Hey, then I was like, that's not a 6-pack, that's a pack of 6. Alright, boy, I'm gonna holler at you later, but what's this? The secret to a strong core. Hubba bubba! Shoot, man! You wanna learn how to build a strong core? Well, yeah, but I have class. Sit down! I just need a few moments of your time. Let me teach you how to build a strong core. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Yeah. On my Instagram, I definitely encourage everybody to DM me, ask me any fitness related questions that you have. I answer it. If I don't know the answer, it forces me to do research. I'm constantly learning. Thank you. Help me, help you. Help me, help you. Help you, help me. So one of the DMs I received, this message is a long shot, but my name is Peacemaker, 17 years old, from New Jersey. I want to set my mind on creating a fit body for myself. Do you have any advice for me, especially pertaining to building a strong core? I work out regularly and I see that my core results are the hardest to acquire. What diet or even exercises do you advise? So let's look at the core. The muscles in your abdominal wall form a strong, multi-layered enclosure that protects your abdominal organs from injury. So one of the most common misconceptions about abs in your core is that everybody can get a 6-pack, an 8-pack, a 12-pack. This isn't achievable for everyone. I mean, we all have abs, but we are all genetically and biologically different. Some people can't get 8 abs or 12 or 6. Some people might only be able to get 4, and that's genetics. You can't change that. Another common misconception is if I do crutches and I do sit-ups all the time, I'm gonna get abs. Nah. Usually beginners, when they first start working out, they go to crutches and sit-ups, but in reality they might not be the best exercise for them. I know they look simple, I know they look easy, but if you don't have enough core strength for that type of flexion of the trunk, you risk injuring your neck or your lower back. So let's look at the anatomy of the abdominal wall. The rectus abdominis is the actual abs that you can see, the boom boom boom, the 6-pack, the 8-pack, whatever. That's what the rectus abdominis is, and it's covered by the rectus sheath. Now, the rectus abdominis is responsible for flexion of the trunk and the spine. And then you have the internal and external obliques, the core muscles on your sides, which are responsible for flexion and rotation of the trunk and your torso. And then deep to those is the transverse abdominis, which is active when you force exhale. But how do you strengthen your core? There are 2 ways, directly and indirectly. Directly, you want to actually work your abs and treat your abs like they're a muscle. Like you work any other muscle, work them like they are a muscle. Actually spend time on working on your abs. Add more resistance, add more weight. Don't just settle for body weight exercises. To build more strength, you have to add more resistance, correct? So add more resistance, add weight. Like if you're doing hanging leg raises, put a weight in between your feet. If you're doing decline sit-ups, hold a dumbbell up, hold a bar on your chest or something, or behind your head, whatever. If you were to do planks, put a weight on your back, add more weight, add more resistance, build strength. Spend time hitting each part of your abs, your upper, your lower, your obliques. Actually, spend time making love to them, indirectly. Now the thing about your core is that it pretty much holds everything together. To me, it's the most important section of your body. What people fail to realize and fail to acknowledge is that in most exercises, you have to activate your core. You have to either tighten your core, you have to keep a stable core. And this is why I coined the phrase core in every exercise, to get a little ab work in every exercise. You want to activate and utilize the core in almost every exercise you do to make sure you aren't all over the place. You want to keep stable, you want to stabilize. So if I'm doing standing dumbbell or even barbell press, I'm standing, keeping my core tight. Or even if I'm squatting, if I'm gonna squat, I'm gonna keep my core tight, go down. Deadlift, keep my core tight, it's the same thing. In almost every exercise, you wanna keep your core tight. You get a little core in every exercise. Some exercises require you to use your core a little more than others. Like I might do a landmine press, which activates my obliques. So you wanna try to get a little core work in every exercise, because almost every exercise you do, you have to use your core anyway. So just Think about that. But to get your abs to show, you have to drop the body fat percentage. You have to be at a caloric deficit. I actually did a video on this. Check the link down below. So train your abs directly, indirectly. What's the best diet? Caloric deficit. I appreciate y'all for watching. Again, connect with me on IG. If you have any video requests, any challenges you want me to try, any topics you want me to cover, just leave them all down in the comment section. That's about it.